What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. With 2026 here and upon us, I thought now would be the perfect time to talk about the future of Call of Duty, specifically the game we're likely getting this year. If you haven't been keeping up with COD news or leaks recently, it's heavily rumored that 2026 title will be Modern Warfare 4, developed by Infinity Ward. And if you're someone who plays COD every year like I do, it's probably safe to say you already have some doubts, because honestly, I know I do. At this point, we all kind of know what Infinity Ward is about. Over the last few releases, they've shown a very clear vision for how they think Call of Duty should play, and that vision often clashes with what a lot of longtime COD fans actually enjoy. Instead of trying to balance different playstyles and letting everyone have fun in their own way, Infinity Ward tends to push a more slower, more tactical, and frankly just more frustrating gameplay experience. On the surface, their games feel like COD. The gunplay is smooth, the animations are honestly top tier, and everything sounds great. They really do have a really good sound design with their Modern Warfare games. But once you actually jump into multiplayer and start playing against real people, it becomes obvious that something is off. The pacing, the flow, and some of the core mechanics just don't line up with what made COD special in the first place. If we take a look back at Infinity Ward's recent track record, Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 2022, and even older games like Ghosts, the biggest recurring issue is easily the map design. COD fans didn't fall in love with the classic 3-lane map formula just because it's familiar. We like it because it works. It creates flow, encourages movement, and rewards map knowledge and gun skill instead of randomness. Maps like Piccadilly in Modern Warfare 2019 or that massive highway map in Modern Warfare 2022 are perfect examples of Infinity Ward completely ignoring that philosophy. These maps are way too large for 6v6, have no clear flow, and are filled with random sight lines and power positions. This results in chaos, but not the fun kind. It's the kind where you're punished for moving because you can get shot from 5 different angles at any moment. It forces players to slow down, sit still, and play scared, almost like they're in a mini Warzone match instead of a multiplayer game. And the worst part, these aren't just one off bad maps in these titles. The majority of Infinity Ward's modern map pools follow the same map design philosophy. That's what really kills the experience and drives people away, even hardcore COD fans. Another major issue is Infinity Ward's obsession with changing things that never needed to be changed. Take the minimap for example. In recent Infinity Ward titles, enemies no longer show up as red dots when firing an unsuppressed weapon. This might sound like a minor issue, but it completely changes how the game plays. There's no longer a real penalty for shooting, suppressors lose their value, and everyone ends up stacking recoil reducing attachments, turning guns into laser beams with zero downside. It lowers the skill gap overall and removes an important layer of decision making in the create a class system that COD has always had. And speaking of create a class, now we have the gunsmith system, and while it works great in Warzone, it is honestly terrible for multiplayer. The system allows for every gun to basically do everything on the map, which creates no real trade off or meaningful choice that the player is forced to make. Players just simply Google or YouTube the best class setup and run the exact same thing as everyone else. Comparing that to older games like BO3 or BO4 and even BO2, where multiple guns were viable and your class choices actually mattered. Systems like Pick 10 force you to make sacrifices. Do you want more attachments or do you want more perks? Do you want to use grenades or stuns or do you want your gun to have more attachments instead? That balance is completely gone now, and multiplayer feels stale because of it. And also adding in decisions like removing dead silence as a perk and filling map with doors, and it's clear that Infinity Ward consistently prioritizes realism over fun, which has never been COD's real strength. So, what do I think Modern Warfare 2 needs to do exactly, and what do they actually have to change? And the interesting part is that I believe a lot of the groundwork for a great COD already exists. The recent Modern Warfare 3 developed by Sledgehammer was actually a really solid multiplayer experience. It fixed many of the issues that stemmed from the previous two Modern Warfare games by including faster movement, better pacing, and improved gunplay, and it felt like what Modern Warfare 2022 should have been. Unfortunately, Modern Warfare 3 suffered from the back to back release cycle, and people dismissed it before even giving it a chance. But purely from a multiplayer standpoint, it was objectively better. Then you have BO6 and BO7 from Treyarch, and these games, in my opinion, show what modern COD should be. They keep the classic mechanics that define the franchise while modernizing movement and flow. Yes, BO6 had some questionable maps, but the overall gameplay direction is objectively better in my opinion, especially with the introduction of Omni movement. And with Omni movement specifically, I think it's one of the best things to happen in COD for years. It feels smooth, responsive, and give players more freedom without completely breaking the game. It supports every playstyle, aggressive players, slower players, objective players, and once you get used to it, it's really hard to go back to older CODs or even other FPS games. To me, it just fits Call of Duty. It keeps the game fast and fluid without turning it into something unrecognizable. So, with everything that's been built over the last 3 years, I think Modern Warfare 4 has a huge opportunity to get things right. Modern Warfare games tend to sell extremely well no matter what, largely because of the name. People associate the franchise with nostalgia and quality even when the gameplay doesn't fully deliver. If Infinity Ward can take the foundation that was made in Modern Warfare 3 and pair it with a slightly toned down version of Omni Movement and focus on proper map design and pacing, Modern Warfare 4 could easily be one of the best CODs we've had in a long time. Personally, I'd love to see movement push even further and maybe something even closer to what we had in BO3, but I understand that most players wouldn't really want that. A balanced approach for this year's game would go a long way for every player. And if I could only ask for one thing, I would say to please bring back the Pick 10 system. The current Gunsmith system is bloated, overwhelming, and just removes all depth that players used to have with the Pick 10 system and the choices they were forced to make. And with all that said, I'm still unfortunately not going to be going into Modern Warfare 4 with high expectations. Based on Infinity Ward's track record and recent leaks, there's a real chance that this ends up being another Modern Warfare 2022 copy and paste, and that could honestly push a lot of players away from COD for good. I don't really like ending videos on a negative note, but that's just the reality right now. Infinity Ward has shown a stubborn refusal to take feedback, and it's holding the franchise back. I really hope I'm wrong though. And with that being said, let me know. Let me know what you guys think about Modern Warfare 4 in the comments. If you agree or disagree, or if you just see it completely differently. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.